So we're looking at today lesson 21 from our coach book, and we're dealing with, in particular, mean, median, and possibly some mode. So measures of central tendency is what we're looking at. Now, question 1 says Jamal has bicycled 45, 36, 60, 42, and 32 miles each of the last 5 weeks. What is the mean number of miles that Jamal has bicycled per week? So what we're going to do for the mean is we add them all and then divide. So 45 plus 36 plus 60 plus 42 and 32. When you put that into your calculator, you've got two options. You either put it in parentheses and add. And then you push divide by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or you can do all the add up together and then hit enter or equals before you divide by 5. If you do not do it in either of those two ways in your calculator, you're not going to get the correct answer. It's going to give you something weird and strange, and it's not going to be there. So when you put that into your calculator and divide after you have added, you are going to get B 43. Number 2, Ling read the following number of pages each day last week. And there's all the numbers. What is the median? What you need to remember about the median is that it's the number in the middle. Median, mafia, we knock off the numbers off the end. So first we got to put them in order from least to greatest, and I see 20 here. So I'm going to put 20. Then I go to 36. There's no 40s or 50s or 60s, but there is a 76. Then there's an 84. And then a 90. From there we go to 110 and 125. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers here. So the mafia, the median, knocks the numbers off the end. 20 and 125, 36 and 110, 76 and 90. 84 is left in the middle. It is the median, A. Number 3, Lynn wants to have a mean bowling score of 180. His previous scores are posted below. What is the least score that Lynn can bowl in his next game to get a mean of 180? So what we're going to do here, we typically add all the numbers up. And then we divide by how many there are. But it's saying that he's going to play again, and we want to know what can we add to this and still have a mean of 180. So that means if he plays one more game, there's their one more game, and we don't know what his score is going to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers here, 7 games. So that's what it would look like. This number, whatever he scores for that game, plus all the ones he's already played, divided by 7, because there's 7 games he's played, he wants his average to be 180. So what I'm going to do to solve this first is I'm going to multiply both sides by 7. And that's going to give me 1,260 is equal to x plus all those numbers up there. Then I'm going to subtract whatever the sum of those numbers are up there. And when I do that, I get x is 192. So if you want to check it, put 192, add it up with all those numbers, and divide it by 7, and you're going to get a sum of, or excuse me, an average of 180. So the correct answer here is 192 is the score he needs to make here to have an average of 180. All right, so back up to number 4. After 4 quizzes, Janet had a mean score of 85. In her next quiz, she earned a 60. By how many points did her mean decrease? So she had 4 85s. So if you want to write it out as 4 85s, you can do it that way. Or you could say 4 85s. Then she made a 60. So you could have a 60 there. Now, total of 5 quizzes there. Total of 5 quizzes. And then when you do that, that gives you 80. Either one of those gives you 80. They both give you the same thing. But that's not the question. The question is not what is her new mean, not what is her new average. It is by how many points did Janet's mean decrease? And from 85 to 80, that is a decrease of 5. Number 5, what is the median of this data set? So we got to put them in order from least to greatest. And looks like the smallest number is going to be in the 30s. We get 38, 34, and 36. So we'll start with 34, 36, 38. And that gets rid of the 30s. And look at the 40s. I get 46 and 42. So let's put 42 and 46. And then in the 50s, I've got a 50. Can't get smaller than that in 50. And then I got a 52 and then a 57. And then from there, I have 61 and 64. And then the mafia is going to come, the median mafia, and then knock off the guys off the end. So 34, 64, 36, 61, 38, 57, 42, 52. The median is in the middle. It is not 46. It is not 50. Those are bad answers here. It's going to be in between that. Well, 51's not there. It's not in between 46 and 50. So that leaves us with 48. Now the math that you actually perform there is 46 plus 50, and then you divide it by 2. So you're going to have 96 divided by 2, which is 48. All right, number 6. Which data set shows a mean of 90 and a median of 92? So what's not very nice about this one is they don't put them in order from least to greatest. So let's look and see what's got a mean of 90. So I'm going to pause the video here so I don't bore you to tears finding all the means. So I'm going to add all these up and divide by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video here while I do that. So I've done the means for each of these answer choices, and now I know that I can eliminate A and B because they do not have the correct mean. They have 89.6 and 91, so neither one of those are going to work for us today. Not for this question. So now I've got to figure out which one of these two, C or D, has a median of 92. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause the video and put these numbers in order from least to greatest, and then figure out which one has the correct median. So from here, for C, I have 84, 88, 90, 92, 92, 94. When I mark off the ends from the mafia, median mafia, I'm going to have a number between 90 and 92. When I look at D, in order from least to greatest, I go from 80 to 96, 86, 94. So it's going to be the number in between 90 and 94. I'm looking for a median of 92. This median is going to be 91. When I add those two and divide by 2, I get 91. When I add these two and divide by 2, I'm going to get 92. Correct answer there would be D. So let's move on to 7 and 8. The number of points the Falcons scored in their first 5 games is shown below. By how many points will the median decrease if the Falcons score 36 points in their 6th game? So first we've got to figure out what our median currently is. So 65 is the smallest, 68, 74, 74, and then 79. So that means right now it's 74. But if I put 36 in there, and then I'll have 36, and then 65, 68, 74, 74, 79. My median is now going to be in between 68 and 74. I've got 3 on each side, so it's in half. So in between 68 and 74, if I take 68 and I add 74, and then I take that and divide it by 2, I'm going to get a 71 there. So it's 142, just in case you didn't believe me. All right, so 142 divided by 2 is 71. Now, I went from this median was 74. I went to this median, which is now 71. That is a decrease of 3 points. Lisa has a mean score of 84 and a median score of 82 on her test. Some of her test scores are shown below. She forgot to include 2 of the tests, which could be her other 2 scores. So we've got to have an average of 84 and a median of 82. So in order from least to greatest with what we've already got, we've got 78 plus, 80, 84, and 90. Okay, so right now, my median is already 82. So I need to leave that alone and keep that there. And my average, my mean, 78 plus 80 plus 84 plus 90 and divide by 4 is 83. I've got an average of 83 right now. And I need to get it up a point. So to get it up a point, alright, I'm going to be looking at, if I add 74 here and 100 here, that's going to leave my 82 alone. So that one I'm still going to say is still in. 76 will go over on this side, 90 would go over on this side, so that one will not affect my median. I'm going to leave that as a choice. 78 would go here, 94 would go there. Again, it splits with the median and leaves it alone, so I'm going to leave that in. 90 would go over here, 92 would go on over here. That would move my median up. So this is not an answer choice. We need to leave the median 82 alone. Now, I want my average to be 84. So if I'm going to have an 84 average, I want an 84 average, I need 2 more test scores and I've already got 4. So that means whatever I have up here, when I divide by 6, I want 84. So if I multiply both sides by 6 here, 84 times 6 is 504. So I want a total of 504 points. Well, what I have so far, if I add the 90 and the 80 and the 78 and the 84, that's a 332. So I need to go from 332 points to 504. So I subtract 504 minus the 332. And that is 172. And the only 2 answer choices here that add up to 172, this is 174. This is 166. 8 plus 4 is 2. Carry. 8 plus 9 is 172. The only answer choice here is C. That's what I've got for you with the measures of central tendency, Coach Lesson 21. Hope this helped. Thanks for listening.